told you where they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean? Jump and shout all over the nation. We're breaking out with a new creation. It's been too long, we've got to unite now. Time and space can't keep us apart right now. Only queen, yes, you better know. It's the only way to go. We stay apart, then we have to fall. Count on you, count on one and all. It's not for you, not for me, it's not for we, it's not for you.
Paddlers across the country are counting down to the annual Belikin La Ruta Belize River Challenge. In the circle of paddlers, the Cruz family from Esperanza Village has always stood out. Our Belize Watch team visited their home and spoke with several of the family members about their preparations for the annual race. Anna Wilburn told us how they got involved in paddling and competition. We will have that conversation after this word from our partners, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation.
Good day, fellow residents of Orange Walk. I am Kevin Bernard, your area representative for Orange Walk East, and I'm proud to stand before you today to endorse the re-election of Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for the Orange Walk Town Council. Over the past term, it has been my privilege to work closely with Mayor Shepherd and his dedicated members of the Town Council. Together, we have achieved significant milestones that have positively impacted our beloved town. We have paved over 25 streets in the east alone, providing improved infrastructure and accessibility to our residents. Our youth have benefited from countless recreational and sporting activities, fostering a vibrant and healthy community. Our collaborative efforts have brought wide joy and unity through various festivities and celebrations, enriching the cultural fabric of our town. Moreover, a majority of the aging culverts have been replaced and new drainage systems have been established, enhancing our town's resilience and preparedness for the future. It is undeniable that Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his team have demonstrated unwavering commitment and dedication to the betterment of Orange Walk Town. Their proactive approach and tireless efforts have significantly improved the quality of life for our residents. It is for these reasons that I, Kevin Bernard, wholeheartedly endorse Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for re-election. Moving forward, let us continue to work together with one town and one vision. I ask that on March 6th, you come out and vote PUP 7, as together we can ensure a brighter and prosperous future for Orange Walk. Thank you, and let's keep moving forward united as one community.
Let Debari be your store of choice. When you're looking for the latest in electronics and accessories, be sure to visit us. At Debari, we have a wide assortment of household items to choose from. Dress in style, we have clothing for the entire family and so much more. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, and San Ignacio Santa Elena. Debari, buy more, pay less.
In Belize, the blue economy plays a crucial role in driving sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
The blue economy now looks at the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, to improve livelihoods, and to ensure that jobs are created while we ensure that the health of the ocean and the ocean ecosystem is preserved. How does this really differ from our traditional sectors is that the blue economy approach now integrates a multi-sectoral approach, and the past traditional sectors focused on sector-specific development.
Under the Blue Economy umbrella, several industries and sectors contribute to sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
We have industries such as tourism, industries such as fisheries, marine transportation, to name a few. We also have new sectors that we're looking at, such as offshore renewable energy, such as aquaculture or mariculture, deep sea mining, and marine biotechnology, to name a few. For Belize, we are a country with heavy reliance on our coastal and ocean resources. And we believe that the development of these areas would definitely contribute to the socio-economic growth of our country and our people.
The Blue Economy Unit plays a crucial role in driving Belize's transition to a more sustainable and resilient coastal economy.
The Blue Economy Unit, and by extension, the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation, has developed its Blue Economy Development Policy, Strategy and Implementation Plan, which was launched last year and briefly touches on the need for targeted and innovative research that would inform the development of offshore renewable energy and other sectors, of course.
By incorporating climate change consideration into its strategies and working closely with coastal communities, the Blue Economy Unit aims to mitigate the effects of climate change on livelihoods and promote resilience.
The Blue Economy works with coastal communities to mitigate the effects of climate change on the marine environment and their livelihoods through various strategies and initiatives. I can speak specifically of the FAO implemented project that the ministry is currently working on, and that's entitled Enhancing Adaptation Planning and Increasing Climate Resilience in the Coastal Zone and Fisheries Sector. Through that project, we have emphasized community engagement, participation, and social cohesion in climate change adaptation and resilience efforts.
The concept of the Blue Economy is closely aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) as it contributes to several key goals and targets.
The Blue Economy contributes to achieving several SDGs in Belize, and it plays a key role in advancing these goals, such as SDG 14, which is life below water. It does this by promoting the sustainable use and conservation of marine resources. It also promotes SDG 1 and SDG 8 to reduce poverty and promote economic growth by creating employment opportunities and supporting livelihoods in coastal communities. It also contributes to SDG 5, which is gender equality, by promoting women's empowerment and inclusivity in coastal communities. It promotes SDG 16, which is peace and justice and strong institutions. The Blue Economy really promotes inclusive and participatory governance in coastal resource management. It encourages community involvement, engagement with local stakeholders, and the establishment of real, transparent, and accountable institutions, which leads to fostering strong governance.
Celebration time.
I'm in the beautiful village of Esperanza in the Cayo district, and it was really a nice drive coming to Esperanza. It's a beautiful day, and I'm here with Anna Wilburn and her family. And you might be wondering, well, what am I doing with a paddle in my hand? Well, you see, this paddle here is one of the paddles for the champion team in the Belize La Ruta Maya of last year. We're talking about slim, trim, like guava limb, right? And Anna, thanks for having me here in your home. Let me get to know you first, and then we can continue talking a bit about the team and about the members of the team and how the race was last year for you and some of your experiences. Let's get to know you, Anna. Tell me.
Well, first, it's good to have you guys here in Esperanza. Like you said, it's beautiful and in the home of my family. And with all, the paddlers that we have are here. And we're thankful to have you guys here.
Well, we are happy to be here indeed. And we noticed that this is the champion canoe behind us, not true?
Yes. Yes.
The slim trim like guava limb canoe. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There it is. There it is. So let me start off again by congratulating you all on this, and thank you for agreeing to do this show. Now, Anna, you have always lived here in Esperanza Village. Let's go to the roots of the family and get to know the family.
Yes, as I can recall, it's here in Esperanza where I have grown up with my brothers and sister.
What was it like growing up in Esperanza Village?
As I can recall, it's been fun because we have all our cousins around and our brother, and it's a land of the family where we all grew up together, going to the river, running, going to school, playing, working. Yes.
Now, school, you went to school here in Esperanza, or did you go to school in San Ignacio?
Right here in Esperanza. Yes, all of us right here in Esperanza.
And this is a nice place where you're at, the family property, and I can see you have a lot of members of the family around with you. How important is it as a family to stay together and work together and grow together?
Well, it's a blessing that that my sisters and brother know that we're an adult and we're married and have our family, to stay right close to my mom. Each one of us have our home right close to her. And so it's been a blessing, us growing together, and we support each other. A part of canoeing, I do running, we do kayaking, and we always have the support of my mom and my dad, our friends and our brother and sister. If we motivate each other, and that inspire us and encourage us, to go hard for what we want in sports.
Now, you take part in the Belikin La Ruta Maya, since you have mentioned the word sport, and that's a very, very big sport in Belize, canoeing. What inspired? Tell me, how did that start? How did you start to take an interest in the Belikin La Ruta Maya? What sparked the interest?
What sparked that interest was I saw my little sister that's younger than I am, and my brother. He's, both of them are a little, they look a little older, but they're younger. And we saw when she got in it with my two cousins in the female category, we saw that they did good, but they were... For me to do it, I think when I was younger, I was a little more overweight, but now they say I'm skinny, right? Yes. So I had, or it, came out of me that I wanted to try it. But for me to try it, I had to have, they tell you, if you want to do that sports, you have to have a strong mind, you have to have strength, and it's not an easy race, they say. You can't go there and give up. So you have to, prepare the mind. You have to, I think you have to prepare your whole body for it, even your mind, your heart, your everything. So then I was like, Lord, I want to do that race. But then I was like, I have to lose weight, I have to train hard, and I have to, focus on what I really want. So then I remember setting my mind to it. And then I think 2 years later, if I'm not mistaken, I joined the female team with my sister, with that same little sister. Okay. Yes.
No, you're talking about, what year you're talking about?
Probably that would be when I was in my 20s.
We don't hazard a guess at your age right now, but you're talking about maybe when the race had just started, the Belikin La Ruta Maya had just started. How many years had the race?
Yes, I think it was when it had probably 5 years that it had started, if I'm not mistaken, because we would go down to we would hear that they're saying canoe race is going to pass by. If we want to see it, we have to be certain time by the riverside. And I remember we would run down and watch the team pass by. And then when my brother and sister, both of them got in, we followed the race and support them.
Okay.
Yes.
You got a nice little dog here. What's his name?
Her name is Stormy.
Stormy.
Yes.
Okay, Stormy.
In the mornings when we would go to work out, they all would go behind us and, you know, they swim a little ways and then they come back because they can't go with us.
So to prepare yourself for that first race, it must have been very, very, very tedious, because you have to practice and a lot of things like that. What was it like for that first race, the preparation, and how did you feel?
You know, going back that you asked me that question, it's like it was hard, challenging, and it was very rough for the mind, the heart, the soul, the body, everything. It was like for the second day, I can remember that I said, Lord, never again am I doing this race, because it felt so far. You know, you paddle and you never see the finish on the second day. So that was like, I'm not going to do this race again.
But you did it again and again and again, right?
Yes, again and again and again. And every time we go train, we were like, but hey, the first year we said we don't want to do it again. So what we did do, I guess, you know, we loved it, so we're there.
One of the things I noticed many times with paddlers, you know, in the palm of their hands, you know, all the calluses, we call it in Creole, can, and so on. How did you handle the damage that was being done inside of to the palm of your hand?
You know, my brother always says, you have to train and work out, because on the race, you won't feel it. But that's a lie. Because on workout, we train Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And if you want to be competitive, you have to, train hard. And then in that, you know, the hand is, I think, is to me, the soft part of the body, where, you know, the blisters come out after certain hours. Blisters can. Blisters upon blisters and upon blister, like workout. And it's like, Ruta Maya not over yet, and I don't have it.
It hasn't started yet, as a matter of fact. But I'm looking at the palm of your hand right now, and look at your palm. Look at you know, in Creole, let's say your hand inside.
And it's you know, after like looking at it, you're like, okay, well, I think I push hard, and my workout, you know, is really you know, that had a push for it, because there's blisters.
No, you come from a family of paddlers, right? Because you're the champions, slim, trim, like guava limb. Tell me about them. How are they related to you, and who are they?
The team Slim, Trim, like Guava Limb are my two nephews and a cousin. Okay. This is their third year paddling. Third? Fourth? It's their seventh year paddling, and you know, they have really came from little Danny. We call him little Danny. He started from when he was very young. I can remember his mom would always like panic or like, you know, almost get a heart attack.
because of the youth in him, right?
Yes, he was. He's you know, the two other my cousin and my nephew. They you know, by his side they're a little bigger and probably like a little more mature than him. You see him, he was so small in the canoe. We were like, what if he doesn't finish it? And we were like, he's gonna do it. He comes from a strong family. You just gotta, you know, have faith in him that he's gonna do it. And so we remember him from being a small little, you know, like a little boy. Now he's all grown up into a strong little young guy.
And very much involved until today, right? Yes,
you get in a canoe with him, you feel that he the pull. Just like my other nephew, Moises. You know, three of them, they're very strong, and you know, they really love it, that they go all out for it.
Now, before you introduce me to those that are here today, let's go back to you and your experiences now. Again, you took part in several Ruta Maya races. Do you take part in other races as well besides La Ruta Maya?
Yes, we do the sea kayak. The Love FM. Yes. Oh.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was, my experience in that one was a little challenging, and for a little while it was like a little nightmare. But then after all that, that was over. And if you ask me if I would go do it again, maybe at the start I would say no. But while I see my sister and brother getting ready for it, I'll be like, don't leave me out. I want to go too. Yes, and a part of canoeing and kayaking, I do running.
So you are an all-around athlete. You run, you do kayak, and you do canoeing.
Yes.
Now, what people would say the kayaking and canoeing, there's a difference between doing a kayak race and a canoe race, right?
Yes.
Because the kayak race is being done on open water, open seas, and while the canoe race is on the river, which is pretty much controlled, right? Talk to me about how you feel doing going from one to the next, and how you moved between both worlds. I could, for want of a better word, right now.
I think canoeing would be, to me, I think it would be better than the kayak, because kayak is a double blade. Both hands are working, and at the same time you have to use this, strength on both. And then if the sea is rough, and as you know, we are more like on the river than out on the sea, so we don't have much experience out there when it comes, like, let's say if the sea is rough. Now when it's calm, we can handle it, because it's almost like the river, but not like the river. Because when the river raise, we have paddle in it, and just that you have to know what kind of, the level of the river when it's high for you to go in. But the sea, when it get rough, you have to know like how to ride the waves, and how to balance on it. So it's a lot different.
No, canoeing down the Belize River towards Belize City in Belikin, La Ruta, Maya, there are many shallow areas that you have to pass, right? And dangerous areas, really, where you have rapids and so on. How you manage with all of that in your canoe?
Well, the first time when we had started to do Ruta Maya, we didn't have much experience. But with the time, having my brother and the nephews and the cousin, they gave us tips how to go down the rapids. Like, for example, Big Fall, and there's another one, the third day, that has we call it long current, rough, and then the shallow, and then going in the shallow spot. They also taught us how to go across it or over it, And then when you get to the shallow, you paddle different than being in the deep.
Yeah, very good. So, the Belikin La Ruta Maya, how many of these races have you taken part in and won?
I have won. The female, I can remember I only lost one of it against my sister.
Okay, so
my two sisters.
One race in the Belikin La Ruta Maya against your two sisters?
Yes. My older sister, and Francisca, and she brought a girl from the US. And it was me, Lily, and Delilah against them. So their advantage was to us, or excuse, we would say, oh, they knew how to ride the waves and we didn't.
It's family against family, and basically they ended up beating you that 1 year, right?
Yes, that was the only year that we lost against the two sister against two sister, and they and my sister-in-law, and then they had the American girl with them. Yes, that was the only time. And how many years? I think I have lost track of it, but I think it's like 14.
14 years.
Yes, but now I moved to mixed team. I'm not doing female.
Mixed, all right. Why you made the move to mix?
I made the move to mix because I think with the girls, we have to work harder. Which we do the same work as the male, right? But to me, it's more harder. We have to use more strength, and the three of us have to work together. work together. Like we cannot let go the pace, and we cannot go the strength of the stroke that we give. And the only time we would do that is when we're going to eat, or if we decide, the sun is too hot and we need a quick bath. Jump in the water and hurry back in the canoe, and there we go again. But with two guys, I think it's a little easier. It won't be that easy, right? Because I still have to pull my weight and all the strength that I got to keep up with the guys, because the guys are stronger. So I think it's a little more easier, but not, that easy.
Okay, let's look at you said in the female team, when you were doing the female team, who were with you in the female team, and then we look at who the guys that are with you in the male team and the relationship they have with you.
Okay, it has always been my little sister and my sister-in-law. Okay. And that's about 5 years ago. I did, when I first started, I did it with still one of my little sister and a cousin. Then we changed it to one of the girls. Her name is Ali I feel. She started with us too when we had almost like started, but
You want to call your sister's name?
Francisca Fender. I paddle with Francisca Fender a year. Then I paddle with Lily Flowers, paddle with Marcela Guardado. And then it was, after that, it was me, Lily Flowers, and Delilah. Then we won with the girls, and then I told the girls, okay, then I'm going to move to mix.
What year did you move to mix exactly?
3 years ago.
3 years ago, maybe?
3 years ago, Maisa moved to, like 3 years ago. Uh-huh. It was Rodolfo Moreno and Gustavo Pot. That was the first year I did it with them, Ruta Maya mix.
They're related to you?
No, they're just they're paddlers too, but we're friends, paddling friends. And then this year, I'm going to do it with my brother Daniel Jr., Daniel Sr., and my cousin Andres Cruz.
Okay. Now, you won a lot in the female category. In the mixed category, have you won yet? Or?
No, we did second place. But this year, by the grace of God, we're training hard, and we'll see. It's not going to be easy because we have West Track mixed team. They've been training hard, and we also have Chris Guide's team that's going as a mixed team, and then us being sponsored by Splash Dive Center from Placencia and San Ignacio Resort Hotel.
When you're paddling on that river, right, and giving it your all, what goes through your mind?
What goes through my mind? Sometimes a lot goes through my mind, especially when we're going hard sprinting. I'm like, but why did I come in? Or especially in the mornings, like when it rains and you want to sleep more, right? Your bed warm. At night, they're like, Lord, next year I'm not going to do it. That happened recently, and I'm like, next year I'm not going to go.
But you went, right?
Yes, but we'll definitely be there. Because as we paddlers, I know this happened to many of them. We're like, I'm not gonna go next year. But as we see the teams preparing, and you're down the river or by ferry, Guanaquic or somewhere, and you see a team, you're like, I gotta get in a team.
Now, as a family unit, how many teams do you have connected? In the race as a family unit, because I noticed you have about 4 or 5 canoes or maybe more.
Here at the house with brother, nephew, and sister, we have 4 teams.
4 teams.
Yes, and every morning that we already know the schedule, the time. It's Tuesdays, Thursday, and Sundays, and at 7:00. All the canoes will be passing here by the river where we go down. So we just have to be there by 7, and all the teams that are there, then we go off to Banana Bank.
Okay. With the family team, just having the 4 of you?
Yes, right. Yes.
Wow. So this year we could expect a lot from you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
so slim and trim like Guava Lim, the current champions. right? How do you feel about that?
Last year we had two teams there that are our favorite or were our favorite. Is Slim Trim like Guavalim and Pack.
Yeah, Pack.
Yes. So we said we were gonna be happy if either one won, because then we have two nephews and a cousin, and on the other we have my brother and two cousins. So we already knew, or we thought it was gonna be Pack, because they have more experience, they have more years, and they're stronger than the Slim Trim. They're young, right? And so we said Pack's gonna be first, Guavalim was gonna be second, but it was way wrong, right? But we were still happy the young guys came. Now it's like their time to shine, and we're hoping by the grace of God that this year they're gonna be champion again.
Okay. Very good. One can readily see that this is a family that's dedicated to paddling, to canoeing, kayaking now, and to running as well, and other sports, triathlon. So you win the triathlon too?
Yes, I won triathlon last year when they had it at the Radisson Pier. That was my first triathlon, and I was nervous, and my sister were nervous because I had never gotten on a racing bicycle. Yeah. And I do the running and I do the swimming, but I had never gotten on a bicycle. And Miss Kaya Katus is like, "You can do it. You can swim for you and your team," and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. But I didn't tell my family that I was gonna ride the bicycle. So then when I came out from the swimming, I jumped right on the bicycle, and then I didn't know how to change gears, and a little bit up, like 1 mile or 2 mile, I'm like, does anybody of you know how to change gears? And this guy come up and he said, right on this side, there it is, just push that button. And I did, and then I got to the gears that I wanted. I'm like, okay. And I did the 12 miles, and I was happy with the result, and I think I'm gonna be doing triathlon from now on.
So you won the triathlon?
Yes,
right,
in the female category.
Female category, not even knowing how to change the gears on the bicycle. So it was the first time you rode a bicycle like that in that type?
Yes, it was my first time.
Wow. Well, you can see that you have the winning streak in you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
How does it feel to win?
Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to win. It's also like when I don't do first place, if I do second, third, or even if I'm not on the podium, it feels good because I know I have given a try to myself to know, in different first, second, third, fourth, even if it's I'm second to last or last, because my parents and my brother have taught me how to do sportsmanship. If I don't know how to lose, then that means I don't know how to be a sportsman person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to lose, or you cannot accept loss, then it's hard to accept win. But of course, you try to go for the win. You do your best to be the winner.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if it doesn't work out well, it doesn't mean that you will lose sleep or cry over it, because I think whenever you take part in a sport, you are already a winner. Just to get in that canoe and paddle in that river makes me a winner.
Yes, it's true. And then next year you prepare harder.
Yes, because it gives you something to aspire to.
When we come back, Anna will introduce us to two members of the defending championship team. They reflected on their big win and their experience over the years, as well as how they are preparing for this year's competition. We take a break to hear from our partners, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation.
Good day, fellow residents of Orange Walk. I am Kevin Bernard, your area representative for Orange Walk East, and I'm proud to stand before you today to endorse the re-election of Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for the Orange Walk Town Council. Over the past term, it has been my privilege to work closely with Mayor Shepherd and his dedicated members of the Town Council. Together, we have achieved significant milestones that have positively impacted our beloved town. We have paved over 25 streets in the east alone, providing improved infrastructure and accessibility to our residents. Our youth have benefited from countless recreational and sporting activities, fostering a vibrant and healthy community. Our collaborative efforts have brought wide joy and unity through various festivities and celebrations, enriching the cultural fabric of our town. Moreover, a majority of the aging culverts have been replaced and new drainage systems have been established, enhancing our town's resilience and preparedness for the future. It is undeniable that Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his team have demonstrated unwavering commitment and dedication to the betterment of Orange Walk Town. Their proactive approach and tireless efforts have significantly improved the quality of life for our residents. It is for these reasons that I, Kevin Bernard, wholeheartedly endorse Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for re-election. Moving forward, let us continue to work together with one town and one vision. I ask that on March 6th, you come out and vote PUP 7 as together we can ensure a brighter and prosperous future for Orange Walk. Thank you, and let's keep moving forward united as one community.
Let Debari be your store of choice. When you're looking for the latest in electronics and accessories, be sure to visit us. At Debari, we have a wide assortment of household items to choose from. Dress in style, we have clothing for the entire family and so much more. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, and San Ignacio Santa Elena. Debari, buy more, pay less.
In Belize, the blue economy plays a crucial role in driving sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
The blue economy now looks at the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, to improve livelihoods, and to ensure that jobs are created while we ensure that the health of the ocean and the ocean ecosystem is preserved. How does this really differ from our traditional sectors is that the blue economy approach now integrates a multi-sectoral approach, and the past traditional sectors focused on sector-specific development.
Under the blue economy umbrella, several industries and sectors contribute to sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
We have industries such as tourism, industries such as fisheries, marine transportation, to name a few. We also have new sectors that we're looking at, such as offshore renewable energy, such as aquaculture or mariculture, deep sea mining, and marine biotechnology, to name a few. For Belize, we are a country with heavy reliance on our coastal and ocean resources. And we believe that the development of these areas would definitely contribute to the socio-economic growth of our country and our people.
The Blue Economy Unit plays a crucial role in driving Belize's transition to a more sustainable and resilient coastal economy.
The Blue Economy Unit, and by extension, the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation, has developed its Blue Economy Development Policy, Strategy and Implementation Plan, which was launched last year and briefly touches on the need for targeted and innovative research that would inform the development of offshore renewable energy and other sectors, of course.
By incorporating climate change consideration into its strategies and working closely with coastal communities, the Blue Economy Unit aims to mitigate the effects of climate change on livelihoods and promote resilience.
The Blue Economy works with coastal communities to mitigate the effects of climate change on the marine environment and their livelihoods through various strategies and initiatives. I can speak specifically of the FAO implemented project that the ministry is currently working on, and that's entitled Enhancing Adaptation Planning and Increasing Climate Resilience in the Coastal Zone and Fisheries Sector. Through that project, we have emphasized community engagement, participation, and social cohesion in climate change adaptation and resilience efforts.
The concept of the blue economy is closely aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) as it contributes to several key goals and targets.
The blue economy contributes to achieving several SDGs in Belize, and it plays a key role in advancing these goals, such as SDG 14, which is life below water. It does this by promoting the sustainable use and conservation of marine resources. It also promotes SDG 1 and SDG 8 to reduce poverty and promote economic growth by creating employment opportunities and supporting livelihoods in coastal communities. It also contributes to SDG 5, which is gender equality, by promoting women's empowerment and inclusivity in coastal communities. It promotes SDG 16, which is peace and justice and strong institutions. The blue economy really promotes inclusive and participatory governance in coastal resource management. It encourages community involvement, engagement with local stakeholders, and the establishment of real, transparent, and accountable institutions, which leads to fostering strong governance.
Celebration time.
So, Anna, there are members of your family present who would like to get to know, and among them are the champions of the Ruta Belize River Challenge, the slim, trim like Boavalim crew. So, let me ask you to introduce them to us.
Okay, yes, I can introduce you to Daniel Jr. and Javier Guardado. Both of them are here this morning with us, and I'll invite them to come on over so you meet them.
So we're going to meet Daniel Cruz Jr. and Javier Guardado. I am with Javier and Daniel, right? Javier, your surname is?
Javier Moises Guardado.
Javier Moises Guardado. Mucho gusto, don Javier Moises Guardado, right? And you are a champion, right? Because you were one of the paddlers who went through that experience last year, paddling from San Ignacio to Belize City and coming in first. How do you feel?
Well, I feel good. I feel proud. I feel proud of me and my teammates that we got a paddle, and that was our mission to win La Ruta Maya, and we made it. And yeah, I'm proud for that.
Okay. Well, let me say hello to Daniel today, the other paddler. How are you doing, Daniel?
Daniel Junior Cruz.
All right. Daniel Junior Cruz. Daniel Senior, was he a paddler?
Yes, he's my dad.
Talk to me about Daniel Senior.
Well, he's my dad. He's tough. He taught me how to paddle. I want to give thanks to him. Yeah. Yep.
And how old were you when he was taking you along with him to paddle?
Well, I was 9 when I started to paddle. Yeah. Yep. I did my first year when I was 9. Yeah.
What was that like for you as a little 9-year-old? Imagine you must have been the youngest person in the La Ruta Maya race at that time. What was it like for you at age 9?
Well, it was hard. I didn't have all my strength that I have now. Yeah, well, it's easier now than when I started.
Yeah. How old are you now?
16.
16?
Yes, sir.
So you're talking about some 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. And last year you actually won, but part of the winning team. Who was the third member of your team?
Andres. He's my uncle, yeah.
Tell me about Andres.
Well, he's strong. We all train together, yeah. We've been paddling for about 4 years together now, so yeah.
A lot of preparation goes into taking part in La Ruta Maya, you all have to start to practice from early, right? How early you start to practice again?
Well, we start practice from November. Usually 4 months we train. Yeah, but from November we train every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday from Esperanza to Banana Bank.
Describe to me what a training session is like.
Well, for training, you just try to learn the basics, to ride the waves from your competitives and see their mistakes and learn from them and learn your mistakes too.
No, you all are behind a whole set of canoes or in front of a whole set of canoes. You said something just now about ride the waves, and so you're talking about the waves that the canoes.
Yes, sir.
In the water, right? Now, how important is it to learn that?
Well, it's hard to learn it, but once you learn it, you get it along. You could rest. You could rest a lot more once you learn to ride the wave.
Okay. So, what's your experience of riding the waves?
Well, when you know how to ride wave, it's easy. Then you know how to rest, and you don't have to do all the work when you don't know how to ride waves. Yeah.
How could you ride the waves and you're behind some canoes and still be the champ?
That's why you have to watch and know when to do your moves so you can try to win them. Yeah.
Okay. So you're coming now, and you want to be the first to the finish line. What goes through your mind? What pushes you?
Right there, you just have to focus and know when to go up. Yep. And just watch a mistake of your opponent. Yeah. Yeah.
Slim, trim like guava limb. Could you share with me your experience and what it felt like going down the river? Because it's down the river, you go with the flow of the river. Because the river starts here in the Cayo district and flows all the way down to Belize City. So going down the river, what was your experience like? And what were the feelings that you were experiencing as you were going on? And when did you say, well, okay, we got this?
Well, we had years doing it, so we had more experience, and only watching you can learn. So yeah.
What were you feeling at the time when you said, okay, we got this, we can win this? At what stage of the race did you realize that, yeah, we got this?
Well, we didn't know we were going to win, but it only takes one mistake, and we took advantage of that, yeah, and that took us to the win.
Okay. How about you? What was your experience like, paddling and realizing, okay, we got this?
Well, for me, I didn't think that we would win the first leg of Ruta Maya from last year. That was from Cayo to Banana Bank. I didn't think that we would win that, but we won that, and that brought up like my courage. I think my other two teammates too, they brought like our courage went up. Then from there, my courage went more up. Like the third day of Ruta Maya, that knowing we just need to reach with them to the finishing, and we will win the overall for our time that we had over them.
Okay. Now, we have paddles in our hands. These are the champion paddles, paddles that were used in the canoe?
Yes, these are the paddles that we use.
And there are 3 persons in a canoe, all right? Now, what are the role of each person? What is the role of each person?
Well, my personal role, I am the stern, I paddle at the back. The one that mostly controls the canoe, and Danny Cruz, he's the middle guy. He has a big role too. He has to be alert then for anything. He has to do a lot of strength too. And then the role of the front guy, he has to be watching up front, and he has to be alert for anything too. Yeah, and he takes a big role too, helping me ride the wave.
So the powerhouse really is the one in the middle, right?
Middle.
He's the one that really carries all the power.
Yeah.
Because the one up front, like you say, is looking out and maybe might have to make a sudden move to push the canoe in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
I guess the three of you will be in the race this year, right?
Yeah. First God, 3 of us will be there.
All right, you'll be there too.
First God, yes.
You'll be there.
Yes, first God.
Yes. All right, and I'm sure but it'll be the three same, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And will the name be the same, Slim Trim like Guava Lim?
Yep.
Who came up with the name Slim Trim like Guava Lim? You know?
I guess because we're Slim Trim, and the restaurant that sponsors us is Guava Lim. So yeah, Slim Trim like Guava Lim and Jack Creek too.
Okay, because that was what you heard last year a lot, you know. Slim Trim like Guava Lim. That sticks in my mind all the time. Slim Trim like Guava Lim, and so we'll be seeing the Slim Trim and like Guava Lim on the river once again, along with the other canoes that will take place in the Belize La Ruta Maya race. I have now looking at the paddle again. Your paddle, which side? How do you hold a paddle?
So.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then
stretch your hand.
Use your wrist.
Stretch it again.
Okay.
Yep.
So describe that again for me now.
You hold it so. You stretch your hand. Use your wrist. Stretch it again. Yep.
Okay. And you do the same style too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You hold it like about 4 inches up from the blade, and then you pull with your. Well, I'm using my right hand right now. Pull with my right hand and shove with my left.
Okay.
Pull and shove.
But you always take this side of the paddle, right? This is the side that hit the water. Yeah. So it'll be like that. It'll be like that. Okay. So, you think you're ready for this year's race?
Yes.
All the
sure.
practices and rehearsals and.
Well, I got kind of sick like 2 weeks now. I'm just recovering it back, and first God, I'm gonna be ready for the race.
Okay. And what about you? Are you ready?
Yeah, but after they're ready for anything.
So you're always ready, no?
Yeah.
But beside canoeing, you all do any other type of sports?
Yes, running too.
You run too?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's a
But
sporty family, man.
that's when we use that to practice too. We run to give you stamina. So yeah.
So that helps, right? You do running too, right?
Yeah, I don't do racing, running like those guys, but yeah, I do go run.
You go to run like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Slim Trim like Guava Lim. So it's a family of runners, Miss Anna. You have a family of runners, of canoes. Canoes, is that the word? What is the word?
Canoe.
Okay. So you run, you paddle canoes, you paddle kayaks. Man, these guys, did they go into the kayak race? You were in the kayak race too, right?
Yeah. I went for the BTB the first year that they made it.
Yeah.
I was 14 at that moment. She took me, Anna. Anna took me out there.
That was. You tell me your experience.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that way far harder than Ruta Maya.
Yes.
Maybe because I didn't have the experience at the sea, but I felt it tough out there.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because Anna is smiling because she said, you know, but I'm sure she's smiling, but I'm sure she'll do it again, right?
Yeah, but I know she would.
Yeah. Because the kayaking, really, I can remember that first year of that kayak race when I was in a boat with an engine behind it, you know, looking on and seeing you guys out there paddling and admiring how the resilience and how you handled yourselves. And I'll tell you what, I was tired. And if I'm tired in a boat with an engine, what about you guys paddling? So, your hands must have been. How do you feel after a day of paddling a kayak or a canoe?
I haven't done the kayaking
You
yet.
haven't done the kayak
No.
yet. But even okay, let's since I'm talking to you, after you finish the day, how do you feel with your hands and I guess you're looking for a massage or something?
Yes, you feel pain up and you feel your body tired. Yeah, just the wait to go sleep and recover back.
What about you, now, since you know the difference between the kayaking and the canoeing? How do you feel after you finish a day?
Well, feel really tired, you just want to eat and rest and get ready for day 2 or the following day.
And your hands blisters, so you handle your blisters?
Your hand get really blistered out. But my one right now, you don't stand that bad, guys. You don't use it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But after the first day, you just want to eat and rest up, get ready for the day 2.
All right, well, I want to thank you guys for taking time out to talk with me and for entertaining me so much here on the farm. Can I call it a farm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you have animals and things around here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What all you do on the farm?
Well, no, just relax and stuff.
When you're on the canoe, right?
Yep.
What would you tell other young people before you leave, your age? What has this being a part of doing what you're doing? What has it done for your life, and how would you advise other young people?
Well, it's good. It keeps you out from drugs and drinking. They want to come. They want to try it. It's fun. You just gotta come with a strong mind, and it's fun.
And you, what would you tell other young people your age about what La Ruta Maya and actually kayaking and canoeing has done for you?
Well, that it's fun. It keeps you busy. It keeps you in good shape, and it's good for your health too. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, Miss Hannah, we're coming back to you. Miss Hannah, I'm enjoying the visit here at your farm here in beautiful Esperanza Village. I want to thank you so much for having the team here, and again congratulate you and your family for the great work that they do, for the love of kayaking, for the love obviously of the La Ruta Maya and paddling in canoeing and running. You have and for keeping the family together, because all this keeps the family together, right?
Yes, it does. It keeps us all together, supporting each other, and busy.
And busy, right? But it's important, because a lot of time we tend to play down the importance of the family, keeping a family together, doing something that where the whole family finds a commonality in doing, right?
Yes,
Enjoy doing.
the sports we do really keeps us all together. If it's not canoeing, it's running, or working together and being together and having fun, which is the most part in every sports. We try to have fun and keep together.
So you have another team that you're going to introduce us to, right?
Yes, 2 sisters and my sister-in-law, which she's like a sister. She is a sister to us, and that's the female team.
Female team, and the female team placed.
Last year, 2 years, first place in the female category. That's Lily Flowers, Delilah Cruz, and Francisca Fender.
So they're here with us?
Yes, they're right here.
Okay, well, let's meet Lily Flores,
Delilah Cruz, and Francisca Fender.
Francisca Fender, the champions in the women's female category.
Yes, that's them.
Okay, I am with the champion female team, Lily, Francisca, and Delilah. And so many champions come out of this family. I mean, I feel like I'm with a champion family. Lily, what got you interested in canoeing? And how old were you when you first noted that interest?
Well, I was, I guess, 17 or 18. Well, most of them did it. I guess my sister didn't want to paddle with my sister Anna and sister-in-law Delilah, so they decided to try me in, and I guess I did good. So they decided to take me with them for that first Ruta Maya.
And that was how many years ago you said again?
I guess that was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. And you have won since?
Yeah, I won from since then. I only lost, I guess, in 2015 to my sister Francisca and Marcela.
Have you told them thank you so much for insisting that I become a part of the canoeing team?
Well, not really, but I'm thankful.
You said they insisted.
Yeah, they insisted for me to going, and I loved it. And up to date, thank God, I'm still in it and still thinking of continue paddling the Ruta Maya.
Okay. Now, let's get to know Francisca, right?
Yeah.
Francisca, you are related to Lily, right?
She's my little sister,
Yes.
and is my older sister. So yeah, I'm Francisca Cruz Fender, and I've been paddling since I was 13 years old. I pilot female and mix. I lost one in the female, but not to Lily, and I lost it to American girls, and then I have won it in the mix, and I have lost in the mix 3 times. So it's like 22. I started with my brother Daniel. The paddling, and I said the same as Anna, I wouldn't pilot, but every time I see them going, I forget how hard it is, and then I jump right back in. And then I got married, moved to the US. I had my little daughter, and thanks to my husband, he takes care of her, that they asked me to come paddle with them, so I'm down here paddling with them and get a little bit of workout before for it.
Okay. So you have to do a lot of workout though. How has that been? How has the workout been coming along?
Well, up there when they asked me to go with them, I start running and then going to the gym. And then when I try to make it down here as soon as I can and then start running. And then right now I did a banana bank and a Guana Creek, which, helps to get a lot of those ins. And they're running for the stamina. So I try to do a lot of that up there.
Do you keep the time of each leg of the race that you practice on?
When we just start, going, usually you're out of shape. So when you go, you say, okay, you took like 6 hours. And then when we go like the second time, then we try bringing it down a little bit. But usually when a whole crowd of us go, we don't keep the time. Just because sometimes, like we're the female team, usually we stay a little bit at the back, then the other canoes, they wait for us to get back up. And then, so the time changes every time we go.
So but when you're practicing with all your relatives here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This family is amazing, because it's been rare to see a family, as far as I know, that is so much involved, and in a sport.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about it, is because, it's our brothers, sister, nephews, so that when we go work out, it's a whole bunch of us that if the other teams were ahead and then one team isn't having a good day of being up there, they wait for each other for us to come up and we paddle along the river. That's the fun and the beauty of it.
The Belize River. Now, a lot of this started with the goal to keep the Belize River clean. Have you observed over the years that is paying off, that there's the effort to sensitize our people to the need to keep our rivers clean is working?
Oh yeah, you see a lot of different on the riverside, just that there's not a lot of garbage on the riverside. And then when we go paddling, we try not to throw stuff in the river, just because sometimes we run out of water and then, you have to take a little zip of the river, so we try a lot just to keep it, clean for us, as we live by the riverside too. Okay. So.
And this is your eldest sister, right?
This is my sister-in-law, Delilah.
Oh, your sister-in-law, Delilah. I thought you were all sisters, but sister-in-law.
Lily is my little sister.
Oh, Lily's a little sister, okay. Sister-in-law, Delilah. Let's get to know you.
Well, I'm Delilah Cobb. Well, I started doing Ruta Maya in the 2013 with Anna and Marcela. Then from that, I'm in it.
So 2013. Yes. you started doing La Ruta Maya. So that's some 10, 11 years ago. So this will be like your 11th race?
No, because I missed in the 2018 and then
the COVID years.
2020,
Minus the
yeah.
COVID years, yeah. Minus the COVID years. Okay. Now, how did you get involved in La Ruta Maya, and what led you to want to be a part of this?
Well, I started because I am in the family that they all do it, and then before it was Anna, Marcela, and Francisca that used to do it, but then Francisca, she came out of the team. Then Anna and Marcela took me. Then after that, Marcela came out, and then we started to take Lily with us. So after that, well, I like it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. We all enjoy when we are practicing.
Now I want to ask you to do a favor for me. Walk me through the 3 days of La Ruta Maya. Day 1, day 2, day 3.
Well, the first day easy for we because that the most we train on, so we know the paths and the dry piece. Yeah, so when we're here on the first day, but on the second day, how we don't train that side, I guess it's harder for us. The third day, well, they're long stretch. When you reach here, all tired and sore, and then you see stretch, another stretch, that you need to be brave and have courage, and to finish that day. And then the last day
is the easy day, right?
Well, the most is the easiest day, but I guess it's the hardest because we just see canoe fly past us and we're there struggling to keep up. But yes, it's the happiest day for me. Yes. Because we're done.
The shortest leg of the race, right? And it's the one that is. That's why I asked you about the first 3, because the first 3 are the hard ones, right?
Yeah. I would say it would be the third day for me, because everybody have different days that they like, and some days are harder, and my one would be the first day would be the easiest for me.
Because you're used to the area.
Yeah, we know every little current, every little shallow spot on the river. So we know it. Now, like the second day, like it would be harder just because it's a little bit longer. Now, like the third day, it was be like Lily said, it has some stretches where you paddle, and then as soon as you come out that one, you hit another one, and then so that's the hard part. And then the last day is, we already wasted a lot of energy trying to win a lot of male canoes. So for the last day, we're already, our battery's at like 30%. So all of the other canoes, the male guys, they just come and fly past us, and we're trying to keep up with them, and then try winning as much as we could. And then when we see the finishing, it's, okay, girls, we made it, thank God. And then if we won, we're happy. So
okay, but when at what point of the race do you realize, well, okay, I have won this? Is there such a point that you will say, okay, well, we have this?
Okay, if we have like the first day, the second day, if we have if there's another strong team out there that is giving us competition, and if we have the first day and the second day that we have spread them sometimes some minutes on them, so the third day we're like, okay, we got it, and then we know we could take a pace that we're set, and where you're more set that you want it is when you cross the finishing line and they're not behind you.
Okay.
So
that's important. So so you keep checking to see who is behind in front of behind you, right?
Yeah, like normally you would see some canoes in front, and you'd try to catch up to them, or sometimes you're gonna hear some canoes at the back that you don't want them to come and cross you when you've worked so hard for them to come and pass you. Yeah.
Beautiful race. And what about you, Mom? You say you like?
Which day I like? The first and the last day.
Why the first and the last one?
Because we are used to train in the first day, so we know when we'll soon reach, and the last day is the shortest. The second day is the longest day, and for me the third day is the hardest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for us that look at the race, the 4 days are fun, right? Because we are looking at the race, we know and we appreciate the efforts that you all put into making the race happen. So we're out there cheering everybody on and all the noises and so that comes along with the Belikin La Ruta Maya and the good feeling that it brings to the country. So you hear all the noise and the cheering on the riverbanks. How important is that to you guys?
Oh yeah, that helps us out a lot. The fans out there, people shouting for the teams out there. Usually, like when you're sprinting, or like for the finishing, the cheer of the people gives you more energy. Makes you like if you're already like at 20% where you're barely going there. When you hear it, it just spikes up that energy where it gives you a little bit of energy to outsprint the other team if you're at the finishing there.
And then I noticed too at the finishing line, everybody just like. Throw up the paddle. But I haven't felt it because I haven't paddled in one. But what's the feeling like when you cross the finishing line and you?
It's actually, it feels pretty good because then you're done, and you have to till the next day you have to go again, but. It feels pretty good. Awesome, I would say.
Well, for me, I was going to say, thank God. Thank you, God. I made it. I've done another day. I have, either if it's the first day, I have 3 days to go. I have 2 days to go. I have one more day. And when I finish the last day, I give God so much thanks. Yes. Yeah. And happy I made it, and think about that lake till next year.
Next year. And what about you?
Well, the first thing I say, I thank God. We all say we did it. It's over. So we are happy. I guess we are happy too that we finish.
What is your message to the women of Belize?
Well, my message to them, it would be, some people just think that women are out there just to stay home, do dishes, laundry, or cook. It's not. It's. I don't see it that way. I think they should come out. If they love something, to love the sports, to go out and do it. Ruta Maya, it's a little bit hard, but with enough workout, I think every woman should go try it if they have their mind that they want to do it, to go out there and do it, not to let something hold them back, or if someone says, this is where, no, for them to go out and try to do what they want to do, not just to stay home, and they might love it, and, to get, for people to support the women's out there, because there's not a lot of support for the women's. So usually, see, like we have a hard time finding sponsors because we're women. They don't think that we would do good like the males do, but we actually beat a lot of males team for Ruta Maya. So, and then there's a lot of little sponsors, that that they want to help, but they don't have the enough finance to help the women. So, every little help that's out there for the woman, let's support the women out there, because we are strong as men, we could finish the race. We don't have the strength, to be like way up there to compete, but women could do it, we put ourselves to do it. And with the help of God, everything's possible out there.
That's right. With the help of God, everything is possible. God makes everything possible. Let's hear from you.
Well, I guess we women, we are stronger. I do guess we are stronger than males, because we do win some males on the Ruta Maya. I guess we are stronger. We are more motivated, and even though maybe she doesn't wash dishes, but I do wash dishes. I clean. Even though I go and I train so hard, I still come. I take care of my baby. I wash. I clean, and that's what some men can't do it. Once they train, they come home and sleep or whatever. That's it. So I guess we women can motivate other women to do it. If I do it, other ladies can do it.
Right. So you see, you wash the dishes afterwards. Yes. And so we just do a thing and go sleep after that.
I still have to clean up.
That's a good one. What about you?
Well, I could say is that it's not impossible, we women are strong, like Lily said. We after we come from training, we have our duties to do at home, take care of our kids, and it is hard at the start. It is hard, but I know that we women can do it. If there's out there women that would like to try it, they should. They maybe at the start they would feel it hard, but after you train, you get to like it, and then it can inspire another woman to come and try it. It's a good sport to do.
So if there are ladies who would like to take part and to learn the sport, are you willing to teach them?
Well, I don't spend a lot of time down here, but if there's other ladies up there that are willing to try it, I'm sure that my sisters, they wouldn't mind helping them out, showing them a little bit of the ropes, how to get the balance on the canoe and everything. And if I'm down here, I'm happily willing to show them what I know.
Okay.
Well, I guess I don't know much, but I'll try to show what I know.
The important thing that you guys are willing to share the knowledge, right? Anything else, ladies, that I did not ask you that you might want to say?
Well, I would say thanks to the sponsor that are helping us, and to everybody out there. And come on, ladies, come. We need more female teams for Ruta Maya, so don't be afraid to do it. And thanks to my husband up there that taking care of my little daughter for me to come do this race. And thank God for giving me the strength and giving me breath and life for me to be doing it out.
The family unit is extremely important, right?
Yes, it
Family
is.
support.
Family is everything.
Mostly, I want to say thank you to Mr. Emil for helping us out. We don't have much sponsor, but he's the main sponsor, and we really appreciate all that he's doing for us.
So, ladies, thank you so much for talking with me, and thank you so much for being so nice with your time and your words. I really enjoyed this conversation with you, right? And I want to wish you the best for the upcoming race.
Thank you.
In our final segment of our visit to the Cruz family in Esperanza, we will meet Daniel Cruz Sr., who has been instrumental in his family's success. He told us that this year he will be a part of the mixed category with his sister and a cousin. We will also meet a couple other members of the family. We take a break to hear from our partners, Minister Kevin Bernard, the Barry, and the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation.
Good day, fellow residents of Orange Walk. I am Kevin Bernard, your area representative for Orange Walk East, and I'm proud to stand before you today to endorse the re-election of Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for the Orange Walk Town Council. Over the past term, it has been my privilege to work closely with Mayor Shepherd and his dedicated members of the Town Council. Together, we have achieved significant milestones that have positively impacted our beloved town. We have paved over 25 streets in the east alone, providing improved infrastructure and accessibility to our residents. Our youth have benefited from countless recreational and sporting activities, fostering a vibrant and healthy community. Our collaborative efforts have brought wide joy and unity through various festivities and celebrations, enriching the cultural fabric of our town. Moreover, a majority of the aging culverts have been replaced and new drainage systems have been established, enhancing our town's resilience and preparedness for the future. It is undeniable that Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his team have demonstrated unwavering commitment and dedication to the betterment of Orange Walk Town. Their proactive approach and tireless efforts have significantly improved the quality of life for our residents. It is for these reasons that I, Kevin Bernard, wholeheartedly endorse Mayor Ladrick Shepherd and his capable team for re-election. Moving forward, let us continue to work together with one town and one vision. I ask that on March 6th, you come out and vote PUP 7, as together we can ensure a brighter and prosperous future for Orange Walk. Thank you and let's keep moving forward united as one community.
Let Debari be your store of choice. When you're looking for the latest in electronics and accessories, be sure to visit us. At Debari, we have a wide assortment of household items to choose from. Dress in style, we have clothing for the entire family and so much more. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, and San Ignacio Santa Elena. Debari, buy more, pay less.
In Belize, the blue economy plays a crucial role in driving sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
The blue economy now looks at the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, to improve livelihoods, and to ensure that jobs are created while we ensure that the health of the ocean and the ocean ecosystem is preserved. How does this really differ from our traditional sectors is that the blue economy approach now integrates a multi-sectoral approach, and the past traditional sectors focused on sector-specific development.
Under the blue economy umbrella, several industries and sectors contribute to sustainable economic development and marine conservation.
We have industries such as tourism, industries such as fisheries, marine transportation, to name a few. We also have new sectors that we're looking at, such as offshore renewable energy, such as aquaculture or mariculture, deep sea mining, and marine biotechnology, to name a few. For Belize, we are a country with heavy reliance on our coastal and ocean resources. And we believe that the development of these areas would definitely contribute to the socio-economic growth of our country and our people.
The Blue Economy Unit plays a crucial role in driving Belize's transition to a more sustainable and resilient coastal economy.
The Blue Economy Unit, and by extension, the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation, has developed its Blue Economy Development Policy, Strategy and Implementation Plan, which was launched last year and briefly touches on the need for targeted and innovative research that would inform the development of offshore renewable energy and other sectors, of course.
By incorporating climate change consideration into its strategies and working closely with coastal communities, the Blue Economy Unit aims to mitigate the effects of climate change on livelihoods and promote resilience.
The Blue Economy works with coastal communities to mitigate the effects of climate change on the marine environment and their livelihoods through various strategies and initiatives. I can speak specifically of the FAO implemented project that the ministry is currently working on, and that's entitled Enhancing Adaptation Planning and Increasing Climate Resilience in the Coastal Zone and Fisheries Sector. Through that project, we have emphasized community engagement, participation, and social cohesion in climate change adaptation and resilience efforts.
The concept of the blue economy is closely aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) as it contributes to several key goals and targets.
The blue economy contributes to achieving several SDGs in Belize, and it plays a key role in advancing these goals, such as SDG 14, which is life below water. It does this by promoting the sustainable use and conservation of marine resources. It also promotes SDG 1 and SDG 8 to reduce poverty and promote economic growth by creating employment opportunities and supporting livelihoods in coastal communities. It also contributes to SDG 5, which is gender equality, by promoting women's empowerment and inclusivity in coastal communities. It promotes SDG 16, which is peace and justice and strong institutions. The blue economy really promotes inclusive and participatory governance in coastal resource management. It encourages community involvement, engagement with local stakeholders, and the establishment of real, transparent, and accountable institutions, which leads to fostering strong governance.
Celebration time.
You know, I am really impressed with this family. I'm so impressed that I don't know how to say it, in all honesty, because I see the family unity in sports and in different areas, right? When you hear, okay, I lose, but I lose to my cousin, you know, that kind of thing, you know, you could see that the family is very much a healthy family, right?
Yes.
And I am one that like to promote healthy families, you know, relationships in families, right? This is the champ, right?
Yes.
He is the one that talk about him for.
Okay, as you know, the audience or everybody knows, this is Daniel Cruz. Yes, he has won, let's say, many Ruta Mayas, yes. And we can also say he's been a brother that motivates us. He has a strong mind. He has the heart for it, and you know, he would share the knowledge to say what he has learned in canoeing, kayaking, even in running. He would come up to us and say, "You guys aren't weak. You come from a good family that is strong." Like, let's use for example, if we have something that is hurting us, let's say our foot, or I can recall one year we were training and I had my tonsil hurting me, and I was in his in the canoe that he was, and he's like, "You're not paddling with your throat, you're paddling with your hand. Let's go." So you know, every little encouragement that he has given us, it has been good, and he gives us tip, and he encourages us, he motivates us. Let's say he's that little strong rock that has us all together, you know, knowing that we have somebody that has shared what he knows with each one of us, starting from me that's older than the other paddlers, and to his son, he has shared all of that he knows or have learned in the past. He shares it with each one of us.
Danny, the motivator and the push behind this, all of this. Now, Danny, how did all this start for you?
Well, this started many years back. I started paddling young. When I was young, like 15. I was 15.
Okay.
Yes, and then I started with Armin Lopez. Yep, I paddled with him many years, with him and Amado. Mm-hmm. Paddled for Belize Bank, Big H. Paddled for a lot of sponsors. And then when we used to work out hard, then we get we get a chance to win then, because we work out everything. If you don't work out, you don't have a chance to win. Mm-hmm. So we work out, we paddle, and then we run, lose that weight.
Yeah. But you are the champion, right? Because you're a champion in many ways, not only by winning the races, but you have created champions in your family, right? You have inspired champions in your family.
Yes, I have my sisters and I have my son, where they paddle for Guava Lim.
Yes.
Then win us last year. Yeah, and then they paddle mix this year. And then say they want to try win again. Well, I tell them make them work out, because they work out. If you don't work out, you don't have a chance to win.
So this mixed team is of your sister and you. And who else again?
A cousin, Andres Cab.
Okay, so again, it's all in the family?
Yes, all in the family.
Yeah, so is it the first time you're paddling mixed, or you did it before?
No, for my 14, no, I got like 22 years to paddle. This is my first time mixed.
First time mixed,
mm-hmm.
Right? So you've been practicing? What have the practices been like?
Well, right now, I started workout well, not late, but like 2 weeks back. So we just paddle like what I'm used to workout. Just paddle Sunday, Thursday, and Tuesdays.
So if I want to start a paddling family, you think you could teach me?
well, for the teaching now, I left it to the younger boys because as they get old, when they get too old, so I got the Guavalin team when they're young, and I got a lot of youth and my cousin when they paddle were young, so that they want to start teaching.
But it's sure the family is an inspiration, by doing all this together. So again, I want to congratulate you. How many categories are your family entering in?
We have 4 teams that are going to enter for Ruta Maya this year. We have a mix, we have a pleasure, we have a pro, and we have a female.
Okay, so let's look at it. The female is a champion. The pro, the champions, right?
Yes.
The pleasure is
they say they're going to be champion this year, but we'll see, right?
And the other category was
the mix.
The mixed. And
we'll see too. we will try to fight hard to win the first place.
Okay, we'll see how that works out.
Yes.
Right? We'll see how that works out. And so joining us now are these 2 gentlemen here. Let's get to know them officially, right?
Pernell Flowers is Lily husband. He's my brother-in-law, and he's gonna be and his team is Dave Newton, and then they have another guy. I don't know what's the name.
Pernell, let's get to you first. Your involvement this year.
Yeah, well, I am Pernell, and I involvement in the pleasure division.
How many races have you taken part in?
I think about 17.
About 17 races. And give me a bit of the history.
Well, I started when I'm 18 years old. The first time I start, I never know what I like with Amaya. So the guy I used to work with, he asked me one day, boy, you want to go paddle? I'm like, why not? He said, let's go, man, I'll carry you. He said, you're young, you're strong. I said, right, I have to ask my ma. Back then, I have to ask your ma. So, I got and I asked, I said, ma, I can go paddle, you know? She said, boy, you crazy? I said, you want to do over there? I said, ma, I don't know, but the boy want to go, so I can go try it. He said, all right, go. So I gone, and the first half, well, for me, hard. Then the next year, I get used to it. Then one day, I feel like it. Okay. Then I win the pleasure division 3 times, back to back. Okay.
So you have taken part mostly in the pleasure division?
Yeah, pleasure division.
And this young man that's next to you, introduce him to me.
Well, this is my new partner, Dave Newton. Yeah, he paddle mixed masters last year, and he won last year masters. Yeah. So this is my team and I. We split up, and he and his team split up. So we decided to make a team.
So you're both going pleasure together. Yeah. Dave.
Yes.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
You are originally from where, Dave?
England.
England?
Yep.
Oh, London?
No, I'm from the north, so I sound like an Australian, everybody thinks.
Yes, you sound like an Aussie indeed, but I'm from Australia.
Yeah.
Right. But David, what brought you to Belize?
I retired.
Not Ruta Maya, right?
No. The weather in England is terrible. So it rains. Don't look at the movies and think that it's always sunny like this, because it's not. Where I lived in Sherwood Forest, so that's where I'm from.
Robin Hood's
yes,
spot, right?
Just right there, right next to the tree. And the weather's terrible, so I wanted to look for a nice climate somewhere in the world, and this is a perfect climate, 82 degrees all year round. So it suits an Englishman, right?
Of course.
It has to hide from the sun. But it's beautiful weather, and people are nice. It's a friendly country. It's a paradise.
I call it the most beautiful country in the world.
Well,
would you agree?
Well, I chose to live here, and I could have.
That's why you chose the most beautiful country.
I could have lived anywhere, right? Yes. So yeah, and I travelled the world extensively, looking for somewhere to come and live. So, and this is where I chose. So,
and the canoe race, La Ruta Maya, the Belikin La Ruta Maya. What are your thoughts on this as someone who chose our country as home?
Well, I knew nothing about this race until maybe 2015 was the first time I came and watched it. I was always a cyclist or a runner, but then my knees started to give me trouble, so I came away from that. And then I came to see La Ruta Maya, and somebody said to me, how about you paddling this? And I watched it and I said, that's not for me, right? Because you take lick, right? So and then then I started kayaking. I live in Corozal, right? So I started kayaking on the bay. Never been in a canoe. And then one day, grumpy old man, one of the guys that paddle for them, I met him and I jumped in a canoe with him. And it was okay, right? It was a bit shaky. We were on the bay, so we flipped many times, right? But I thought, well, this isn't bad. So then there was another canoe race called the New River Quest, and I trained for that. And it was cancelled because the New River had problems. So I was like, I'd been training a year for the New River Quest in one of Jerry Wilkins's big old bathtubs, right? I rented it off him, and I put so much training in. They cancelled the race, so I thought, well, maybe I should try La Ruta Maya. But honestly, I was scared of it, right? So I was scared of it, and I thought, am I enough for it? But I only decided this 2 weeks before the race. So basically, I rang Chris Guidis, and I said, I'm looking to get on a team, but no team's going to take a novice paddler. That's the hardest thing to break into this sport. To get on a good team, you don't have a chance because everybody wants to do good. It's a serious sport. So I had to make my own team, and everybody knows that I have my own team, Hell's Bells. That's the name of my wife, and that's the only way I got to paddle in La Ruta Maya, by having my own team. So if anybody's out there thinking about doing La Ruta Maya, don't waste your time trying to get on other teams. Make your own.
Make your own team.
And make your own name in the sport.
How did that work out for you?
First year was terrible. I was lucky to have Leroy Romero. Chris hooked me up with him. He's another one of the great champions. He paddled with Armin Lopez on winning teams, Black Rock. And he guided us down the river. He went into that race with no training, so he took me and then another Canadian woman that we'd never even met. We came together on the day of the race, basically. We'd never sat in the canoe. We jumped in and we paddled. It was horrendous. And we reached the end and I did it, and I just wanted it to be a lifetime achievement, to be the pinnacle of things, to do this torturous race. And I was done. I was only paddling it once. And then a month later, I thought to myself, well, I wonder if I could do all right in this, because I'd been training, right? So I hadn't come out of training. I wonder if I could do something that would be good. And so I went C2 with Leroy. So we went C2 and we entered. Leroy then was 49. I was 53. And we went up against the male pros, not expecting anything. But it was during COVID, and because I lived on the bay, I could train on the bay. And I'd trained the whole way through COVID, and nobody else had. So when we went into the race, nobody knew who I was, right? They just knew I was this old white guy, right? So and when they see an old white guy, they pay no mind to them, right? But I was in top shape, and then Leroy had been working out, and we just went, and they leave us on the first day. It took us 3 hours to catch them. But when we caught them, we had a good long pace. So once we caught them, there was a little battle, and we were gone from them, and we won. We ended up winning the first 3 days, and on the last day, because we had like 25-minute lead, I said to Leroy, we're not racing to come in first to Belize City. I'm not interested in it. I want the trophy. So I pay him all the station prizes, and we just paddle easy with the leaders, with our competition in front, so we could see them, knowing that 25 minutes is a long way. So if we didn't flip, we would have won. And that was it. So we just made sure we didn't flip, and that's what we did.
Okay.
Next year, I went Masters we brought Lewis Marin on, and we won that last year. And then this year, I've changed to pleasure craft because I have this dream. I don't know if it's been done before in La Ruta Maya, but I wanted to win 3 categories, 3 wins in 3 different categories in 3 successive years back to back.
Wow.
So that's what we're going for this year.
And how did you get hooked up with this famous family here?
Well, I don't know. I don't even know how we met. I've got no idea.
Maybe through La Ruta Maya?
Well, yeah. Well, it was, yes. We was paddling. People are very friendly. All the paddlers are friendly.
Yeah.
There's intense rivalry.
Belizeans on a whole are like that.
It's not like that in England. Yeah.
And in Belize it is.
Yes, but it's so everybody talks to you, and that's how I got to meet different people. And at first I was an outsider because I was an old white man, right? And it's difficult to break into that circle. But I found that once I'd won a few races, and then I won a championship, then I was accepted straight away because people think that you have something, and
you became one of the people.
Yeah. It's right. It's like a prestigious group that you become part of, and it's a very proud feeling to be amongst all these people, right? These champions.
Parnell, you are going along with him in the pleasure craft, right? Yeah. Who sits in the middle and who steers the boat?
Well, right now, the way we set up, me and him, we went on 2 races already. We went C2. I'm at the front and he went to the back. Okay. But now we had the third guy now that just came in from work. So he will be in the middle, I'll be in the front, and the guy will be in the back. Okay. Yeah, so we'll try set up our canoe today and see how it works. Okay.
So after we have finished this discussion, you all are going to go to your canoes and do some practicing?
Yeah, we're going to balance off the canoe, fix the foot brace, make sure everything sets for tomorrow when we go to Banana Bank.
Okay, so tomorrow the stretch you'll be doing is Banana Bank. Here to Banana Bank, you'll be practicing on that stretch. Yeah. Right. Very good, very good. Anything I missed out that you want to tell me?
I'd just like to talk about the canoe. We have Chris Guidus has built us
Chris is excellent,
a brand new pleasure craft. For this race, and we've raced it in 2 races already, and now all the pro paddlers are calling it the Bullet because it's a fast boat, right, and it moves beautifully. It's such a nice boat that our competition, who were in a fiberglass or Kevlar pleasure craft last year, and they won in it. As soon as me and him paddled it and they saw how fast it was, they've now been forced to order another one off Chris. So Chris is doing a rush build right now to try and build it for La Ruta Maya. So when we go down the river, we're in equal boats. So it's going to be, whoever wins, it's going to be the strongest team, and it won't be down to a boat, right? So, and that's what I like.
You know what I like listening to you? What comes to mind is the slogan of the Belikin La Ruta Maya. It's more than just a race. It's not just a race. It's more than just a race. It brings families together. It brings people together. It brings Belizeans together from all walks of life. Anna, Danielle, it's been a pleasure, an honor, and a privilege to be here at your home. Thank you so much for receiving us. Thank you for talking to us. And thank you for introducing us to the other members of your family and to this good gentleman from England who has made Belize his home. All right? Thank you so much for doing that. You brought everything together, Anna. Just like how you keep motivating your family to stay together and to do things together, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you guys for coming over. We enjoyed it, and let it not be the first and last, but you guys are welcome anytime.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me when I never ask you?
Yes, well, first of all, I would like to say thanks to my brother Daniel for deciding to to make it a team with me to go mix this year, and also our sponsors, which is Splash Dive Center from Placencia, San Ignacio Resort, and also my other teammate Andres Cab. And without sponsor, this race wasn't going to be possible for us to do it. So I'm so thankful to my sponsor Splash that at last minute she said yes, she was going to help us out. So I'm so thankful. Also to my family, to all those friends, cousins, that motivate us, encourage us. Also my husband. That is always there supporting me in whatever race I decide to do, but he's always like cheering me and, saying that I can do it too, having hopes in me. Also my son, my 11-year-old son, he's always, Mom, you can do it. So I want to thank him, because I don't sometimes give him all that attention that I should, but, he's there with me too. So I want to say thanks to him, to my husband, to my parents, my brother, my family. But most of all, thank God, for giving us the life, the strength, each morning to be able to get up, and the sponsors. And thank you guys too.
Okay. Well, Anna, thank you for hosting us today. Right, and we are so happy that we have had the opportunity to be here, and we have felt a whole lot of love while we are here, because we have experienced it. We see the love that you have for your family, the love you have for La Ruta Maya, the love you have for canoeing and a whole, and even kayaking and running and sports and a whole. We have really had a good time here at your place. So I want to thank you so much on behalf of the team and myself for having us here today and talking with us, and for the time we spent. I think it was time well spent, a time where we experienced a whole lot of love and spoke about what we love, right? And when we love, it's important to love. Love is a key word, and whenever we choose to love, at our station we have a slogan for it, right? Because love is also a choice. Your love of self, love of family, love of God. But remember God first, love of everything that we do, love for La Ruta Maya, love for canoeing, and love is so immense. It's difficult for me to express all the virtues of love. It's the most powerful feeling someone can have. But it's a choice that we make, and because we make the choice to love, we say, Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love.
Show